Jim, you made it, at least for a bit. Happy Halloween. Tell Jack and Gracie and Katie I said happy Halloween, and don't eat all that candy at once. Save some. Bob, hey baby, happy Halloween. Honey Lulu, hey, 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 sis, happy Halloween to you. Bradley, hey babe, happy Halloween. Brian, matey, how are you? Happy Halloween, babe. Thank you. Oh no, storming it's oh my god, I'm Chris's chair. Apparently the hydraulics don't like to stay up. Sounds like an after 9 topic. And I feel my chair's thinking, might have to switch chairs, but I'll figure that out. Addie Graff, hello. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Halloween. Trish, hey, thanks so much for joining in. I hope you're feeling so much better. Happy Halloween to you and David. Hey, Mo. Happy Halloween, sis. Thank you, guys. You're headed home now? That's a plus. That's a plus. When is the arrival date for home? Because I'm sure you guys will probably have to have a couple stops on your way home, right? And you know I got my due. Thanks, Bradley. Yeah, I that's what I said. It was a secret. But here is the full effect. And of course, I'll have to move the chair because being short, you never really get to see it. Chris had tape and everything around earlier, so ooh, the spider's gonna get me. There's the full effect. All right, dear, stock up on that cheap candy right now. Who knows, sis? You know, after 9, Wacky Wednesday on Halloween, matey. Everybody is looking for treasure. Ha ha ha. Rita, happy Halloween, sis. I'm so glad you got to join in. Ha ha. Happy Halloween, Ed. You are not here to try to plunder my booty now, are you? Because I am the main pirate tonight. The treasure is all mine. You cannot have it. John, RC Fun, thank you so much for joining me, babe. Happy Halloween to you. David's driving. Will you tell David I said happy Halloween? Or if you don't have the earbuds in, maybe he can hear me. I hope everybody is having an amazing week. I knew you were going to come back with something, Ed. You will never let me down. Brother after my own heart. We think too much alike. Yeah, but honestly, let me tell you, I spent hours and hours searching websites to try to figure out a costume just for you guys. Because it was Wacky Wednesday. Oh, homie Paul. Welcome, babe. Happy Halloween. Oh, I kind of sort of got dressed up for Halloween. I just kind of like let some of my true colors show today. You know, I had the witch's hat showing my little witchy side at work. And now I just had to break out the pirate wench. No, I don't have Chris's shorts on my head. Come on now, homie Paul. You know better than that. They would be a little larger than that, and I can say that because I love that man. Oh, you have a black cat? Oh, a lot of people think Ooh, black cat, black cat. Oh, come on. They are some of the most lovable cats. And if you guys have not stopped by Wacky RC's page, please do. He's got a treat there for you. See? Night Train knows. Welcome, Mike. Thank you so much for joining me. And guys, if you did not know or you had forgotten, this isn't the only costume going on tonight. It is for me. Let me clarify that. But the FPV Noob Tube is going on tonight at 9. And Chuck It is going to be in costume. What's Chuck It going to do? You know, sometimes the little pirate wench knows some secrets, but it just might be worth your while to pop in over there. Exactly. Who knows what those boys have planned? No, Mo. I'm not changing costumes tonight. No. It took me long enough. Because you guys know I don't do makeup. So it took me long enough to get this together. And then it was like, whoosh. But hey, no, I don't do fortunes, baby. I want all of the fortunes here. The pirate wench, my babe. And no, you are not plundering the booty either. It is all mine. Will your gimp mask be okay? Night Train, Homie Paul's asking shoulders. He thinks the ankles might be more like it. You know, I am short. Mo's always talking about putting me in her pocket, so. Huh. No crystals balls in the pocketbook. I swear, work broke that thing a long time ago. I bet you are, honey, or Trish. I bet you are going to be glad to be home soon. And I'm thinking of Honey Lulu because she's going to be traveling this weekend. The booty is all mine, John. Mine. Oh, in my pocketbook? Come on now. You think I'd ever give them back? Nah. They'd be mine forever then. Axiomatic. Hey, babe. No, I'm not in my work clothes. Although, I mean, I guess I could plunder and pillage. But if I went out in this outfit,
you're not allowed to go out in that outfit.
You hear this one? My 19-year-old son has informed me you're not allowed to go out in that outfit. Yeah.
Yeah, please, no, I'll pick you up and hold you.
Oh, you hear this one? Say something. I'll pick you up and hold you. He picks on me all the time. He calls me Boo off of Monsters Inc. If you guys remember that show, the little girl. He's like, look, you're like 3 foot nothing, and you're so adorable when you get mad. So yeah, you're like Boo, and I'm like, boy, you're lucky you're my kid, and I love you. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. You know, you're so lucky. Yeah, John, I wish. Right? We can make a lot of booty jokes. Let's see, we got 45 minutes to wait. Ish. Yeah, John, they might be getting the raises, but I'm not so sure that green paper would come on across. And that's what matters. Yeah, see, that's the way that you Shanghai that government road work shutdown. The residents come out, they move the cones, and traffic moves. You just have to work together. That's true teamwork, true community coming together and helping out. Starry Skies, thank you so much for joining me. Adam, plummet, babe. What do you mean you thought they were in my purse? Everybody's thinking they're in my purse. Well, you know, a woman's purse can be like a bottomless pit, and you guys know I can fit a drone in my purse. So, I'll have to dig down deeper a little. Sassy in a small package. You know it. You know, there's a one of those little e-cards that I saw on Facebook that fits me to a T. It says I'm not fragile like a flower. I'm fragile like a bomb. And if you think about it, both are fragile. You have to handle with care, or you would damage or create damage. Dynamite does come in small packages. That sucks, Axio. Trick or treat shut down for you. Jim was in earlier. He's ran to Walmart and he said it's raining, so no trick or treating there. You know it, Ed. Voodoo balls are in the purse. Now, question is, whose do I pick up and say, And guys, if you have not checked out Axiomatic's latest premiere, go check that out. Awesome job. Sorry I missed the premiere, but if you happen to be in the end of the Sin and Earl RC show last night, or I guess probably towards the 3/4 to the end, you'd have got a really good laugh because I was at Walmart last night and I lost my car. And that's when I decided that I'm being pulled in too many different directions. And something's got to give and something's got to slow down. Because the only way I found my car in a Walmart parking lot last night was by hitting the panic button. And then I finally located my car. So, yeah, no. Droner Jones, welcome, Nadir. Ooh, what are you watching? I love watching horror movies on Halloween. This year, I'm spending Halloween with you all. Might be catching a few after the show. Never know. Rusty and I have been catching quite a few of the older ones on Sci-Fi, where they had the 31 days of Halloween. So that was pretty cool. You're watching Garfield's Halloween? Nothing wrong with that. I like Garfield. Oh, John. Shame on you. Almost running out of candy. There is a girl at work who absolutely idolizes Halloween. That is a holiday. How a lot of people go all out for Christmas. No, this lady goes all out for Halloween. I mean, the house is decorated. The yard is completely decorated, and she spends like almost 2 weeks putting all of this together so that it all comes together perfectly on Halloween. And this woman spends so much money on candy. I'm like, are you crazy? How many kids do you have? But she says they just, the word has gotten out and they just show up. Oh, too cool. Axiomatic showed off the honey dip body tonight with the trick-or-treaters, and that was a hit. I bet that was amazing. Ooh, scary video already up, Axio?
Somebody had to get it looked out.
Ooh, Hellraiser 1 and 2, both good movies. Yep. Oh, that's awesome, Adam. He's at his brother's. He was talked into going with him trick-or-treating with his nieces. Now, the question is, did you dress up?
Hey, I didn't. I'm still the ugly fat kid.
No, here you go. Put the goggles on and be your normal self. You're an FPV drone addict.
I am my normal self. I almost have a 3-inch up and flying. That's being myself. Hey, everybody. Happy Halloween.
Homie Paul, that's because you overdid it. No one would come up the driveway. It was just too spooky at your house.
Yeah, I know. It was cool.
No, I'm not giving his shorts back to him, homie Paul. We've already had that discussion. You know they're not his.
What?
Homie Paul came in and asked me why I had your shorts on my head. And then Night Train chimed in and said, homie Paul, come on now. They'd at least be to her shoulders. And then he came back with, no, feet. You know, they all think I'm pocket size, so.
Good night.
Well, I mean, come on now. He is advertising. That is a drone addict.
No, I'm not.
I love this part right here. Sorry. This one right here. But now it needs to say newswoman, in-house moderator.
No, it doesn't have to say all that.
There's too many jobs now.
John.
Oh, John said Chris's Cookie Monster.
Hey, that stack is on point so far. That stack is like on the money. I just went into BL Heli and switch some motors around. Now I'm getting ready to give her a try.
My favorite scary movie.
Christine, tell me a line.
I have several. That's the problem.
Tell me a line. That's one of the favorites, though.
Yeah, one of my favorites is Christine. But see, I am an avid Stephen King reader. Any time that I can get my hands on a Stephen King book, and it's not often anymore, but and I'm sorry, to me, if you guys know anything at all about Stephen King books, if he hasn't killed off at least 2 to 3 people in the first 10 to 15 pages, it's not one of his normal books. But yeah, The Shining was awesome. The Exorcist, the original Exorcist, was amazing. If you guys, it's not really a Halloween movie, but if you guys have ever seen Maximum Overdrive, that's a spooky ass movie when you stop and think about what could truly happen if all the machines ever had that happen. And then you look around and see how many machines are actually around you. But see, that's just the way my mind works. It's like, you know, you're sitting there, and to me, I'm sorry, I hope you guys are the same way, but if you're going to watch a scary movie, lights out, and I'm talking all the lights out. Night, night, blinds are down. You know, that's the way. Come on, like that you watch a spooky movie. Whoa, nah, no, 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 no. I'm with you on that one, honey, Lulu. She was offered a job at the hotel The Shining was filmed at. Lots of money, and when she Googled the address, it was like, nah, I'm sorry, but no. Mm-mm. That's an amazing opportunity, but Bob, why? First of all, what did you hurt that you're super gluing back together? Second, why could you have killed 3 people? And I'm not so sure I honestly want to know the answer to that. I mean, it's me. Cardoso, hey Kenny, thank you so much for joining me. Happy Halloween to you, my dear. Oh, John, some of these men, I know some personally. Dude, super glue. I've seen Chris with a scalpel. Yeah, no, well, I can't. I say scalpel. Let me. Where'd it go? Shall I say X-Acto knife? Yeah, it's. I've seen some interesting times around this house. Oh my God! Homie Paul said I read The Exorcist when he was 16, and just as she licks her mother with a snake tongue, his dog touched him on the ankle with her wet nose. I tell you what, I would have probably jumped like I'd have hit the ceiling. I'm sorry, when shit like that happens, it's creepy as all get out. And if you guys have never had something like that happen at an exact moment, when it's totally there's no explaining it. Oh, another good one. The original Dawn of the Dead. Awesome movie. But see, this is my take on movies anyway. Kenny, Chris is a drone addicted FPV pilot. And he's out in the living room. He's currently working on a 3-inch. So, but I'm going to switch chairs and see if this sucker back here will actually stay up. Yeah, I know, it's not 9 o'clock yet, but I'm giving you guys all kinds of ideas, aren't I? Plus, I'm more comfortable in my own chair. Arr, matey, arr. Here we go. Let's see what we can do. Yep, so himself. That's exactly what he is dressed as tonight. Including the Drone Network shirt. Just like him. Oh, that's when you found out that adrenaline is brown. Uh-huh. Yep, adrenaline can be brown. It can be a little bit yellow at times. Yeah. Adrenaline comes in multiple colors. Okay, you got some boo-boo on your finger? Here. I kiss it, make it all better. No more stinging. Hey, Shannon, HCD, Haley's Crazy Daddy. you know you're Shannon, period, because that name's just Happy Halloween to you, babe. Yes, the pirate wench tonight. Right? I still would have lost it. It would have probably been multiple different colors. Are we getting extra wacky? Since it's Halloween, well, Kenny, honey, the innuendos have kind of sort of already been flying. They keep telling me that I have Chris's balls, or Crystal's balls, or Chris's balls in Crystal's purse. So I said my purse is kind of deep. I mean, I can fit a drone in it, so I'm gonna have to go digging and see if they really are in there. Night, homie Paul. Love you, babe. Happy Halloween to you. And guys, if you haven't, stop by Wacky RC. He's got a treat for you for Halloween. And I know I have missed things, so I am going back up and double checking everything. Ha ha ha, because I'm sure I missed some of those scary movies. Homie Paul had mentioned freelance. I'm telling you guys. Actually, I've never seen The Strangers. Marty Stampolkowski, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for joining in. Happy Halloween. I told you guys I had missed some things. You know, at times it's like squirrel, one topic. Then you go, back to another. And then it's like, shit, wait, I was originally. Yeah, that's my life. Oh, come on, Adam. Reese's peanut butter cups are legit. Of course they are. But I don't have those. You're drinking beer going through the candy. I know, you always have to taste test and sample and make sure all the good stuff is safe. That's important. Hang on. Let me show you. Here, it's child's play. All about the Tootsie Rolls and the Dots. And the flavored Tootsies. Happy Halloween, Starry Skies. I hope everyone is having an amazing Wacky Wednesday. Happy Halloween. Anybody have interesting customers dressed up today, or coworkers? I hardly ever get any trick-or-treaters. But the candy's still here. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. You know it. There's here. Wait a minute. Do you want the little one, the long and skinny one, or the fat one? Or do you want vanilla, cherry, lime, or lemon? Your admin wore cat ears? That's awesome. Did she have a tail? Or do you want the Tootsie Pop? No tail, just the ears. Tell her next year she has to get the tail. It's not that hard. Just make sure you don't sit on it, because then it kind of like pulls at your pants. Yes, speaking it from experience. Well, Cardoso, as you see, ours isn't exactly completely full anymore. I got it last night, and my older trick-or-treaters kind of like got into it a little. James Swift, lemon. You mean a lemon and a lime? Not a problem, my dear. Welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me, and happy Halloween to you. Hey, there's mechanics in here. Of course there's mechanics in here. Shoot, I live with a mechanic. Who thinks that he can just apparently pick me up. It's not my fault that I'm little. Not a problem. Let me tell you, honey Lulu, for me, it's more than 3. I cannot go, Holy cow! You normally get about 200 kids. Now, John, did you have as many as Cardoso, Kenny? Thomas, matey. Happy Halloween to you, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me. And I want to know how far. Now, Adam, did you walk with the nieces or do you drive? Exactly. You name that off, honey Lulu. There are hours of pleasure in that bag. Ray, trick or treat. Happy Halloween, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me. Shoo. There's areas there that are nearly double that. Holy cow! Now see, when Rusty was trick-or-treating, we live in the country, so there's nothing here, period. You have to go to Salisbury, which is 7-8 miles away, which is not a problem. But we have friends that live in this one community, and that one community knows they always get hit. They tell, each house tells all their friends to bring kids to this community. We walked 5 miles every Halloween, and that kid would have so much candy that he would have Halloween candy up to Easter, because he was not one that would just devour it. He never did. So he would still have some of his Halloween candy all the way up to Easter. And then, with different family members and things like that, Easter would come around. I'm like, do not buy this kid a lot of candy, because he had Halloween candy up until now. I've had to ditch that and now he's getting Easter candy, and that's not going to last to Halloween. So, yeah, having an only child, he got extremely spoiled, and he was the only grandchild for a really long time. No, I did not say hours of candy, Thomas. We were discussing how many licks it takes to get through a Tootsie Pop. And I said, there is no way I can do that in 3. Because there is no at the end. Not happening. So I said, you know, Tootsie Pop can last quite a while. And that's how we came up with hours of pleasure in this bag. Not hours of candy. Hours of pleasure. Right, Bob? That's things like we had to do here. We had to go to a fire hall to like a community center event or things like that when I was a kid, because that neighborhood did not exist. Now, yes, because your hydraulics in that chair suck.
Really?
Yes, I was up in the air, and the next thing you know, within the first 5 minutes, I was back down on the ground. I'm like, yep, no, we're gonna swap chairs.
Got the 3-inch going.
Happy Halloween, Heath, even though I know it's after midnight.
I built a baby.
See, Kenny? I told you. He's a drone addict.
Can you scoot back in the corner? Your chair just like retarded.
No, that's because you pushed under the desk and oh wait, what? Well, you saw it fly first. Right here on Wacky Wednesday. Happy Halloween, tricks and treats.
Ready to go. That was in angle mode, so no acro in the house.
Yeah, no acro in the house, except the little one.
Little 4S power to screamer.
You see what I go through, sis? Sheesh.
I lost the screw. I lost the screw.
It's not 9 o'clock yet. I have a very good comeback for that one.
All good though. Ready to take it out and rip the one.
Aye. Yep, you know it, Kenny. Good old Chris. Oh, John said, how bad is it? He said, advance from the frog. Yeah, Thomas, all fun and games until a drone breaks something, and then you might see Crystal have that bomb explode. No, Adam, it depends on what it breaks, and if it's still fun.
But see, the thing is, I wouldn't even pick it up in the house if I had a doubt I couldn't handle it.
John said, was it easy to set up?
Yes, John, very, very simple. If you guys want to get into the stack, I'll run it and
thank you, Heath,
and still figure out the durability and all of it. But I can tell you from what I've played with it in the living room, I just didn't want to do it here on throttle punches and all. It's got a 4S battery on it, so throttle punches and all, it's like a miniature frog. It's like, I mean, it just takes off. I'd say it'd be equivalent to run with the probably XJB 145 with no problem. But we'll see. Take it out tomorrow and rip it. It's finally done. But yeah, John, the only thing I don't like about the stack is where you solder your receiver and your VTX and all too. I'm talking a tiny speck. You got to be a solderer to hit that point. But it wasn't too bad. Just take your time and good to go. But yep, definitely a nice stack for $41.50 is what I paid for it delivered, and it's the Diatone Mamba stack. So it's flying finally. I've only had it built for like 2 months, trying to find the right stack for it and priced right.
Mike, don't feel bad. Chris and Rusty both. Once they get a Tootsie Pop, it's a few. It's I don't even really see it come out.
A
It,
lick, a
comes
lick, a
in,
crunch.
and the next thing you hear is, and I'm like, how? Not this chick. Not this chick at all. John C., welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Halloween, my dear. Oh, John, I'm sure he'll hold his hand. No, Tekor, you don't want him to take off that mask, believe me. Welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me, and happy Halloween to you. Right. I thought you were looking in my eyes, babe, not Chris's eyes. That's okay. Keep your eyes closed, and Tekor says you need to take off your mask, hon.
Huh?
Tekor said, ooh, who's that scary guy standing there? He needs to take off his mask.
I keep it on all year, Tekor.
Wait a minute, you have to close your eyes, because Ray says you have sexy eyes.
Hey, John, I'll be sending you a little video.
He says when he solders, he may need you to hold his hand, hon.
You don't live that far away.
Oh, John. He said you don't live that far away. You better look out. Richard, thank you so much for joining me. Happy Halloween to you. I tell you what, you guys know that I have been going through a rash of crap at work with that humongous screw up. Well, as of today, it all shipped out. It is now out of my hands. Honestly, I do not care what happens to it, even with the trucking companies. Just send me my credit, and I get to walk away and forget about it all. It's been a horrible, horrible couple weeks. And I told Chris, today has been an extremely busy day, but at the same time, I walked out of work with a humongous smile on my face. It was a productive day, and I got a lot of shit handled and taken care of. On top of taking that out and getting it out of there, I also handled 6 other problems. So I am done with it. I have moved on, and it is like, thank you, Lord. Next issue, I'll go to work tomorrow, and there'll be 30 more, but at least they won't equal $65,000. Because that was a nightmare. Exactly. I don't need that stress anymore. There's a lot of stress that I don't need anymore. And I meant what I said. And if you guys have not seen my latest vlog, yes, they are still entitled Daily Vlog. And I do hope to get back to that. But at this moment, it's more or less when thoughts come across my mind, I need to get them in order and do my research and do my homework, and then do my vlog, instead of just everything. So that's why, believe me, the ideas are still here.
John's going to be spending $42 when he gets that video.
He said that 3-inch sounds thumbs up. No, the Bunny has not squeaked at all. Snuggles used to grunt when he would get mad. Acro has not made a peep at all, and has adjusted wonderfully. Chris texted me today. He had curled up on our bed and
got them prints done.
Went to sleep on my side of the bed.
Now I got
He is adjusting wonderfully. Red Dog Drones, thank you so much for joining me. Oh, you're at work, but you wanted to stop in and say Happy Halloween. Thank you so much, my dear. I really, truly appreciate it.
I still got the arms on here, yes. Yes.
Skipper Drones. Hey, babe. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Halloween.
Got that 3-inch going, man. That thing is sweet. I just sent John a video. It got her up and going, ready to
Yes,
ride.
drone pilot. Welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me, Scott. Happy Halloween.
Man, I wish it was daylight
This
outside.
is his costume, Scott. What are you talking about?
This is.
He is a
Drone addict.
drone-addicted FPV pilot. It's classic.
Jim, Kenny.
You're right, my dear. That's what family's for. Thank you so much, Red Dog. Love you, my dear. Oh, poor Jim. He said it's raining there, so trick-or-treating got canceled.
Oh, wow.
So he ran to Walmart and loaded up on junk food since Halloween was canceled. That's an amazing dad. And I know Thomas has already taken his little girl trick-or-treating because
like
that
that,
was
John?
last week.
Yeah.
That's what's strange. A lot of times if Halloween falls in the week, a lot of communities will not let the kids out during the week for whatever reason. So they move it to the weekend before or the weekend after. I kind of understand, but then when you have little ones, what do you do on Halloween? Do you sit down or sit back and watch movies? Do you just act like it's another day? Do the schools even do Halloween parties anymore? I mean, Rusty was in junior, or I still call it junior high, middle school, and high school for a long time. So, you know, good one, Scott. We had pizza tonight. That has been tradition ever since Rusty was little. No matter what, we always had pizza on Halloween. Because normally I got off at 5 instead of how I get off at 4 now. But most of my jobs I always got off at 5. So I would have to leave work, get to daycare, pick Rusty up, get him home. Chris would usually have the pizza in the oven. We would stuff Rusty into whatever costume he had chose that year. And inhale pizza and out the door we went. I mean, it was an extremely tight time schedule, and then we walked for 5 miles. So we walked off the pizza, which was a good thing, but now it's like, oh, thank you. We're not in that rush anymore.
Get this brother.
That's cool. Some schools still do parties. That's awesome. That's great, Ray. Kids there are out and about and getting candy. No, Skipper, I hardly ever honestly have a trick-or-treater. I've lived here for 21 years now.
No
And
trick-or-treat
I
us.
think in 21 years, I may have had 5 or 6 trick-or-treaters. And the reason is we don't have a lot of little kids in this neighborhood or in the park. And now they have made the park 55 and older. So unless people are bringing their kids to visit their grandparents, we really don't have any trick-or-treaters. But just to be safe, and as you can see, it's already open and gotten into. My big trick-or-treaters got into it. This chickie hasn't had a piece yet. I've been good. Yeah, that's one of the main things, Scott. We're out in the sticks here. I mean, we used to drive about 8 miles to take Rusty just trick-or-treating because there's nothing out here. Yeah, I already have.
Hey guys, 5 minutes before the FPV Noob Tube. Check them out. That's my noob family. Check them all out. Get over there.
Like I told you guys.
Adults only.
Like I told you guys.
Don't let your kids be watching the screen.
I am not the only one
Honey.
in costume tonight for Halloween.
Yes.
So make sure you check them out. It may be some tricks. It may be some treats.
There's going to be some tricks.
You never know.
Check them out, though. 9 o'clock.
What those guys.
Could you? Oh,
No, Adam or Night Train popped it out earlier.
Cool. What did John say? Chris 3-inch. Scrolled it too fast. Missed it. Wait, don't move.
Oh man, that sucks, Jim.
What?
His kids came home shaken up from school. They'd spent 4 hours on lockdown because of a bomb threat.
Wow.
I'm sorry, it's 6 minutes of, but I'm going to quote it. What the hell is wrong with people?
I would be on my laptop.
Seriously, I mean,
watching the news.
His kids are little. So, I mean, there you go. There's that link for the FPV noob tube, and that's where he is headed. So, shh, Droner Jones, shh. But yeah, Skipper, I always keep it on hand, at least on Halloween. My next door neighbor on this side is handicapped, and she had grandkids, and now they have grown up, and now she has great grandkids. So I keep some on hand, but I don't understand. Seriously, why are you going to attack kids? Okay? They're innocent. For the most part. Let me just correct that, okay? Because I came home from Walmart last night. Once I finally found my car out in the parking lot, heartbroken. Because of something I saw at Walmart last night. And you guys know Walmart is enter at your own risk. Because you never know what you're going to see or how people are going to be dressed. But I was doing my shopping, and there was a family in there, and it was a mother, father, and 2 little boys. They were adorable. The youngest one was 2, 3. The oldest one was maybe 2, 3 years older than him, so 5, 6. And the youngest one did something. Of course, I was doing my own shopping, so I did not have everything that had happened beforehand. But the youngest one did something, and I'm not sure if he was just talked down to, reprimanded, or possibly physically punished in the middle of Walmart. But the little one's face had just fallen. I mean, crushed. And like I said, this is a 2 or 3-year-old. And was getting ready to cry. Any of you guys that have kids or have ever been around a kid, you know what face I'm talking about, okay? It's not the fake face. This is the face of you just crushed a spirit. And I almost lost it last night when I hear his older brother, who, like I said, is only 2 or 3 years older than him, look at him and say, don't even 3 minutes of, don't even fucking think about it. Don't you fucking cry. You man up. And I told Chris, I was like, I was flabbergasted. I was hurt. I was heartbroken. Multiple things went through my mind. I did honestly keep my mouth shut. And this is the reason why. I was in Walmart by myself. Okay? This happened at 8:30, 9 o'clock-ish. And the father figure, I will call it that way because this man is not a daddy, okay? The father figure stood in at probably 6'4" and looked like a freaking bodybuilder. And I'm sorry, you guys all know I am pocket-sized. I may be a little firecracker, but in this day and age, kind of have to pick and choose your battles wisely. And it's like I told Chris, if I'd have had him with me, I would have definitely addressed that. But I told Chris I was heartbroken for 2 different reasons. Number one, I'm sorry, if you're an older brother or sister, your job, no matter what, is to protect your younger siblings. They look up to you. You may not get along, You may fight like cats and dogs. You may not even speak. But when you're growing up, your job is to protect your younger siblings. And I say that from the heart because I am the oldest. I have a younger brother who is 6 years younger than me, and he knew I always had his back. And here was this older brother, instead of protecting his younger brother, he was bashing him. He was bullying him. And it was unreal. The look of hatred that his older brother had for this little one, this sweet, innocent child. And then the second reason I was heartbroken was because the older child knew how to do this and knew exactly what to say to him because it had been said to him apparently so many times that he thinks it's okay. And that's sad. That's sickening. And my first thought was, what the hell is this world coming to? Seriously, a 3-year-old and possibly a 6-year-old. What the hell is this world coming to that they're treating each other like that at this age? And then you hear that Sinister RC's dad's kids spent 4 hours locked down today at school because of a bomb threat. This is bullshit, people. I'm sorry, this is bullshit. These kids are our future. You know, you gotta look at it that way. They're sweet and innocent until they're conditioned to be otherwise. So if we can, don't condition them not to be sweet and innocent. Condition them that, yes, there is a lot of evil and hatred out there in this big wide world, but you don't have to be like that. You can be that nice, sweet person. It's still acceptable. It's actually looked at almost in amazement when you see a kid that has manners and that says please and thank you. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Those kids are looked at like they're the oddball now. And that's a shame. It really, truly is. That's a shame. JNC No Limit TV, happy Halloween to you, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me. Nameless Droner, hey, babe. Happy Halloween. But I told Chris last night, I said, it sickens me and it saddens me. Exactly, Skipper. Manners can take you so far in this world. And it's the basics. And you know, honestly, it touches me on some of the comments that I get on my vlogs. And the reason it touches me is because, to me, a lot of my vlogs are common sense. It's how I want to be treated. And I live by the golden rule. I don't try to dish dirt. I try to stay neutral. I never try to ask anyone to pick a side. I don't want that shit done to me. I don't want somebody to stick me in the middle of anything. So I don't ask anyone to do that. If I want or need something, I bust my behind and I figure out a way to do it myself. I don't ask anyone. And it's daily values that I was brought up with. It's common sense. And to me, a lot of that has gone by the wayside with these new generations. And it's like, okay, what are we in for? Here's a challenge for you. Any of you out there who have young kids or grandkids that you may be raising. And if you are, total props to you. Here's a challenge for you. Make the newest generation like the old generations. The manners, the common sense, the hard work, dedication, light and love. It worked. And why not bring back some of that? I don't see anything at all wrong with any of that. Ooh, good job, Jim. He is officially enrolled in college. Exactly, Droner Jones. Kindness with a splash of asshole. You know, you can't, in this day and age, too many people mistake kindness for weakness. You choose to be kind. Just like I said, Acro just went zoom through the house. Just like I said in my vlog yesterday. A lot of those things are a choice. It's your choice. Nobody can make those choices for you. You have to make those choices. But don't look at that as a weakness, because it is not a weakness. It is a strength. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch that video. And just remember, just like I said in there, I did that for me. Because it's time to put a lot of stuff in the past and have closure and move on. And I do that for me. But yeah, Honey Lulu knows it. All of us still have the little bitch, the little devil, the little witch, whatever you want to call her, in your pocket. Okay? You don't like to pull it out, but when you do, I don't know about Honey Lulu, but I wear mine. Honey Lulu says she wears hers like a coat. Honey, I wear mine like the cape, the throne, the crown. Oh, I can pull it off when I need to. And like I said, if I'd have had Chris with me at Walmart last night, it would not have been pretty. Not at all. Not at all. You know it. The queen bee can come out. It's not nice. I joke and carry on with Chris and Rusty. When I start getting frustrated and things start to irritate, I'll warn them. They're like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "My lid's starting to rattle." And they know that as code, because I told them, I said, you know, I keep a lot of stuff bottled up inside. I am not the one that are just over anything. It's not worth it. It's seriously not worth it. Me personally, I keep it all, like, anybody knows. You can only take so much before anybody's just going to poof, you know? And when you poof, it's not always a good thing. So I compare that to a pressure cooker. And you know, back in the day, not these new pressure cookers that are all confangled and all that stuff, but the old-fashioned pressure cookers. You know, they had that little rattly thingy hoochie. I don't even know what it's called. When my grandmother used hers, I left the house. And she used it quite often. I'd go outside. But I did not trust them things. Because she had one at her sister's house. And the next thing you know, yeah, the lid and the big hole in the ceiling tiles. And yeah, nope. And I still don't have a pressure cooker in this house. Even though they're new and they're fangled now and technology's up. No. Nope. 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 And it's like, no. But that's. If that lid wasn't put on tight enough. So, it's just. I use that as code for Chris and Rusty when they start pushing too many buttons. My lid's starting to rattle, especially when stuff goes wrong at work, and I try not to bring all that crap home, but you guys know how that goes, you know? You can only take so much, just like I said. Good night, Death Drone Pilot. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Halloween, my dear. Yeah, it's like the tick, tick, tick and the time bomb and releasing the weight. Yep. Yeah, they know that you won't like me when I'm angry, as Jim says. But the funny thing is, I was talking to my girlfriend last night. She says, you know, when you get upset or angry, you've got two modes. She says, and they're totally different. And I'm like, oh, yeah? I said, fill me in on this one. She says, you either get really, really, really quiet. She says, which can be scary. She says, or you get loud. And that can get scary. And I'm like, yeah, you got a good point there. I think the really quiet tends to worry people a little bit more. Then they don't know what's going on. Exactly, Jim. It's been quite a while since I've gotten to that point. It's just not worth it anymore. It's honestly not. And I think everybody goes through a stage in their life where they're more anger prone, maybe, or easier to set off. And it tends to be when they're younger. And then as you get older, you kind of like get more mellow. That's just my opinion. It's how I've seen things. Nameless Droner decorated and gives out full-size Snickers bars. Guys, if you're anywhere near him, stop by. Save me one, Nameless. I don't have full-size Snickers bars, but I have Child's Play. Ooh, another interesting movie if you think about it. Child's Play with Chucky when it first came out. What do you guys think of that one? And then, honestly, I think the Bride of Chucky, she could be a little evil doll, too. Oh, Thomas asked for 2 bars, Nameless. Tell him he's got to wear 2 different costumes. It's after 9. It's after 9. It's time to bring out intelligent Ding, ding, ding. Are you kidding me? You want to know what's dinging me? What's coming up soon? November 6th, to be exact. This is one thing that bugs the crap out of me. I don't know about you guys, but this bugs the crap out of me this time of year. Have you voted yet? Vote for so-and-so. Vote for so. No! Leave me alone. I will vote, and I do not need your influence. Stop mailing me out all them little flyers and all that crap. Stop filling my mailbox with junk. Oh, wait a minute. You can't have Snickers? Well, I'll take Thomas's. I'm just trying to keep him healthy, that's all. RC Crazy has joined us for Happy Halloween. Hey, Eric, thank you so much for joining me. Did you get to take the kids out tonight? Some people's Halloween was canceled due to rain and other things, or they had it earlier in the week, or they're having it this coming weekend. Oh my God, Axiomatic he had a My Buddy doll, which was Chucky. Yeah. Wait a minute, you only put it in the attic? Are you crazy? I think I honestly would have invested in like a storage bin or something like that and sent him off of the property. Yeah, not in the attic. Hell no. Chucky has his ways. Amazing movie, yes. But Candyman scared the shit out of me. I am not gonna lie. Of course, I was a lot younger when I watched that, but holy cow, no. No, that's one that I not. You know how there's certain movies that you just kind of like won't technically go back and watch a whole lot of. Yeah, no. Oh, your wife was Harley Quinn. Now, Nameless, did you dress up? Kenny, it's okay. You can eat the candy. Here. What kind do you want, babe? Huh? What kind? Come on. I give out handfuls because I don't get trick-or-treaters. Wait a minute. You can't have the dots. I am a little possessive of those. Here you go. Oh, crap. It's raining for you, too. Ah. Oh, cool, John. He did a Mark Hamill Joker impression in his live feed, along with the ghost host from the Haunted Mansion attraction. That's another thing I used to like to do. And I took Rusty. We got tickets, free tickets. I think it was last year or the year before. They have, I guess, here in the country, they have a lot of like haunted houses, haunted cornfield mazes. Any of you guys have any of those? Yep. Look, ain't gonna lie, I could not resist. Once it came out of the bag, and you know, the one thing that kind of like upsets me about dots, have you guys noticed? There are 3 yellow dots, 1 pink dot, which that was weird, but that looks orange. That's pink, believe me. I want to see what this one comes out because it's orange. What the hell? They look alike, but they're not. Strange. Technology, man. Okay, the one that's a little bit darker shade is actually pink. This one is orange. Woo, Moe's having trick-or-treaters. And of course, my favorite is red. But they only put 1 red one in the box. What is the deal with that? It's like all the good flavors, they're like, nope, she's not getting many of these. Nope, she's not getting many of these. You're on your 6th box of dots. Look, I'm not going to lie, okay? When I was in Walmart, I found the candy. I knew what I was getting. And I started looking through the bags. And I picked out the bag with the most dots. Oops. Good night, Geronimo Jones. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, there you go. Candyman. Nope, not happening. That's like, let me see. What were some of the other ones? Bloody Mary. And I'm not talking about the alcoholic drink. Big Liz. Good night, Bradley. Thank you so much for joining me, babe. Happy Halloween to you. A ghost town there. Sis, they didn't give me any green dots. None. I'm telling you, they hide. Oh. See, I was wondering about that. Okay. Big Liz is actually a legend in this area. It's kind of strange. But from what I had heard, it had gotten out further. But apparently not. Big Liz, the story goes, was a slave. And her master had used her and other slaves to deliver goods down south. And Big Liz had managed to tell the Union soldiers where the shipments were going. And of course, many of those shipments were intercepted. Well, when her master found out about it, he plotted and planned to murder her. And yeah, it's on Google. But he was wealthy. He did not want his money stolen. So he went to the swamp to bury it. Well, Big Liz got word of what her master was planning. And Big Liz moved his money. Well, when he killed Big Liz, he went crazy because he could not find his money. And Big Liz is said to walk in the area of where the money is. And she will not rest until it is found. And Big Liz was stated to stand about 6'5" and was well built for these shipments. So Big Liz was not a lady that you really wanted to mess with. Not at all. Oh, jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those eyes? Another creepy movie. For the longest time, Rusty would not let me sing that song at all. It would flip him out so bad. Jeepers Creepers. Oh, Ray, are you getting goosebumps, baby? Ah, okay. Kenny's grandfather said you should never hide or bury money because your soul won't rest if you pass till it's found. Creepy. Maybe that's why Big Liz is still wandering. Good night, Thomas. Thank you so much for joining me, my dear. Happy Halloween. Yeah, there was once something called Social Security. Yeah. When I first started working, I was 14 years old, and I knew back then that Social Security would never last. Right? I don't have any money to hide, so. I definitely live paycheck to paycheck. Have all my life. I make it work, and I'm good. And yes, I'm eating dots on live. I guess I kind of like have to practice since that 100th episode of the Drone Network's coming up. Oh my God. Be in my big mouth. Y'all heard about that one, right? Woo-hoo! Yeah. That's going to be a fun show. You haven't heard, Kenny? Neil and I are going to be eating tarantulas on our 100th episode. I knew I was going to lose that hat. Where'd it go? Spooky. Got it. Yeah, now I do look like the wench. Shit. Slippy, slippy, slippies. Let's see. I told Chris, I said, oh my God, I've never tied one of these things before, but I don't think I did a half bad job. Yes. It's a real tarantula. Not a live tarantula. We will be eating it on live. Here we go. Changed up the costume a little bit. We'll just tie it underneath. Little Red Riding Hood in the way. Costume change, Mo. See, I said it earlier, but I didn't really mean it. This thing is such a kid. Yeah, that's what I'm scared of. I'm not kidding, okay? I told Chris afterwards, I was like, what the shit did I just agree to? He said, yep, you and your big mouth. I said, well, I said it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to chicken out. I'm not going to walk away from it. I will do it. And I'm just praying that I get the small one and not a really big one. No, it's going to be dead. It's not going to try to crawl back out. Axio, don't even go there. Apparently, from what Neil said, and he's eaten them on live already. Here we go. I don't have enough hands now. And he's already done these on live. So I've seen what they look like. And it comes in a little can. Sort of like a tuna fish can, but like smaller. So these suckers can't technically really be that big. I'm hoping. And I'm probably like opening my mouth and really saying too much, but because you never know who's lurking in those bushes. Hello, all my bushwhackers out there. Happy Halloween to you. But, yeah, they come in a can. I'm trying to find something about the size. Okay, yeah, you can see that. All right. The inner diameter. Yeah, see? Diameter circles. I know some things. The inner diameter is about the size of the can. So I said if push comes to shove and this thing like tastes super, super nasty, it's going to be one of these, the old-fashioned hold the nose and just crunch and not think about what I'm eating. No, Ray. That's the live ones. Yeah, I know they've got big ones down in Mexico and no. Okay, Now see, I can do a peach with a fuzz. I have no problems with that. I have eaten bugs in the past. I've done crickets, ants, cockroaches, grasshoppers. They were all covered in chocolate. This one I do not believe will be covered in chocolate. Although they did not specify that I could not dip it in chocolate. Hot damn, there's an idea. Maybe it won't taste so bad. Maybe if it gets here like a few days in advance, then I can do that. But then I don't know because you know, once you pop that top, it's more or less like a dundada. So yeah. Yeah. I might just wait for the 100th episode. Who knows? Maybe it won't be shipped. Just saying. You never know. But yeah, we're trying to figure out what Mr. Christopher's going to do for the 100th episode. I don't know. Said he's got to eat something, even if it's a cheesesteak or pizza. Now, how does a body with no head chase a kid? Very good question, Axiom. Now I want to know the answer to that one. How's a body with no head chase a kid? Ugh. Why ruin a good pizza? Seriously, why? Why put little fishies on a pizza? I can do a lot of things on a pizza, but fishies, nah. Hush, Ray, hush. Yeah, right. Marinated chocolate. The red building is floating across the library. But see, I've never actually eaten anything technically on live before because I know a lot of people like screenshots of some really weird shit and then they Photoshop other really weird shit to it. And yeah, so no, I would never eat on live stream. But they were asking one day during the stream, "Oh, what are you gonna do for the 100th episode?" And you know how it goes. Next thing you know, me and my big mouth, I said, "Okay, that's it," because they were trying to get Chris to eat it, and he's like, "I'm not eating that. You're crazy." No. Oops. Don't challenge. It's not good. And speaking of challenges, Honey Lulu and I are talking and working on a challenge for you all. And I'll give you a little heads up on that now because time is going to be limited. So, we are going to do the ugliest Christmas sweater contest. And it can be homemade, store-bought, store-bought with other things added too. Use your imagination. You all know what those ugly Christmas sweaters look like. Come on. There will be more details coming. Honey Lulu and I have to actually nail everything down, date-wise and all that. But there's your heads up, your official heads up, given to you on a Happy Halloween, Wacky Wednesday at Crystal's Crazy Corner. And there you have it. That is our next challenge. I've seen Mars and Kaz every once in a while, Bob. I know Kaz is like me. She is constantly working. I think that woman works harder than I do. And I've seen Mars. When was last? Was Mars in Monday? It was either Monday or Saturday's show. But I with our live streams, it seems like here lately, and with work and all that, and baby acro, and yeah, it's like, wait a minute, when the hell was the last time I saw? But yeah, I have seen Mars and Cass. No, Brian, Chris is not in bed. From the way it sounds, Chris may actually be in the FPV NoobTube live stream. Because I just heard another multitasking.
Yeah.
I just heard, I think it was Chuckett asking if you had a mic.
I had a mic?
Yeah.
No, they dropped the plug for the drone network. They dropped the plug for me for TPU printing.
Ah, gotcha.
All
Okay.
that good stuff. Yep. Josh Ketchum said he got them prints. He said they were nice prints, all the screw holes lined up. He had to do nothing. Just pull them off.
Perfect. perfect.
Exactly.
Best way to have your
Check out
TPU
Josh
prints
Ketchum's channel, guys. Really
is
good
to
channel.
perfectly line up. No altercations needed. Night Skipper, thank you so much
Night
for
Skip.
joining me. Now, Brian wanted to know if you were in bed.
Oh, now hanging out with the noob crew. TDR.
Mhm.
I got those other goggles in, Brian. Charging
Oh,
them
yeah,
now.
they came in today, Brian.
Played with them for a little bit. They seem okay. So hopefully, I did try the HDMI cable on the other ones, and it's the screen, I think.
Axio, you are a star,
Axiomatic.
baby. Even with all
love
these
that
live
truck.
streams, you are a
Eric,
star.
RC,
Don't
great.
let anybody take your shine, honey. We are all stars, no matter what. And that's how you have to look at it. There is competition. There is, okay, no matter what you're doing, okay, you're vlogging, you're RCing, you're droning, you're crafting, you're doing makeup, you're doing photography. Just go to YouTube and type it in. There is so many different people out there doing the exact same thing that every single one of us is doing. So yeah, one way or another, there is so much competition out there. But you know what? You're still a star with me, baby. Every single one of you. You're all my shining stars. Brian, did you get any trick-or-treaters, babe? A lot of guys have had rain and not gotten to take the kids out, or just haven't or don't have little ones, but I know there may be some little ones around your way. Go ahead, Kenny. 7 boxes of Dots, 5 Snickers, 5 Twix, 5 Mars, and 4 Tootsie Rolls. Which Tootsie Rolls? The big fat ones? The long skinny ones? Or the little short ones? I am dropping Tootsie Rolls. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. See them? Gotcha. Oh, kids hate you and you hate kids. Love you too, Brian. We're all a kid at heart. Ugh. Axio, are you watching the original Pennywise or the new Pennywise? And if you have seen the new Pennywise, what do you all honestly think? Because I have not seen it. Because I'm almost a firm believer of a go right ahead, sis. Enjoy them little ones. What are dots? Dots are, let me see how to put this. Okay, assorted fruit flavored gumdrops. That's a dot. You know how your gumdrops or your spice drops are usually red and green? These come in red, green, yellow, orange, and pink. So that is the new one, the remake of Pennywise. I've heard mixed reviews on that. Gotcha. You're gonna have you seen? No, you said first time seeing it. Shit. The original one, let me tell you. Woohoo, boy, yeah. Have you guys noticed that a lot of the classic movies, classic horror movies, classic shows are being remade and revamped? It's like, okay, you guys can't come up with anything at all new for a movie. A lot of things are getting remade. Yeah, it's almost like Hollywood's out of ideas. How can you be out of ideas? Use your imagination. Think outside the box. Where? Nuh-uh. Stop playing with me, Eric. There's not a spider behind me. Maybe it's one I'm supposed to eat. Is it big? Raymond! Welcome, my dear. Doesn't it? The OG, it still freak you out. Yeah, I mean, with the technology that you have now, you would think that movies today would be out of this world. And yeah, I understand that the new generation didn't see the old movies, but whose fault is that? It's almost like it's our parents' fault because they didn't show us the good movies. But this chickie has watched all those movies, and I made sure Rusty has seen most of them. He's got eyes. There's eyes behind me. That's an amazing movie, and that was an amazing man. If you guys don't know who George Romero is, you're living under a rock. And the Dawn of the Dead, the original 1978 Dawn of the Dead. Amazing. Amazing. George Romero just knocked things out of the park. What? There's... Look now, nuh-uh, y'all are messing with me. There ain't nothing up there. I see a drone. I see plenty of drones. There's bunny ears back there. There's shit. Okay, no, I'm not eating that one. If that tarantula comes in that size, hell no. I quit. I quit. All right, here you go. For those of you who had not seen, and if Mo does not say hi, Raymond, she has a whole gang of kids that has just showed up at the door. We are a pirate wench tonight. Happy Halloween, Raymond. You are not here to steal the booty, though, because that is not happening. It is well guarded. All mine. Mine. Nah. Wish zombies would be real as a kid so you could take over the mall. Now, honey, I have to ask because I know as a kid your imagination ran wild. Now think back. And what were you going to use or what were you going to do at the mall to defend yourself from hordes of zombies that are taking over the world? You can only use things that are in the mall. But what happens if your mall doesn't sell guns? Look, they're coming in hordes. Mo's got all the zombies showing up at her house. Right? Oh, yours was, you were just set up just like the movie, huh? Yeah, mine doesn't either. I mean, Eric, you keep an eye on that thing now. Don't let it get me. Right. Are those what you were talking about? Huh? Damn, guys, I'm being watched and didn't even know it. Now the question is, do they have cameras? You can fight them off with Starbucks cups. Well, I tell you, our poor mall is more or less like dying. And we have a Sears, which you guys all know about Sears with their bankruptcy. God only knows how long we'll have a Sears. We have a Boscov's. We have a Macy's. Those are our anchor stores. I am the let's just say, Eric, the saucy pirate wench. There's a Hot Topic. There's an Annie Ann's. There's a Cinnabon. There's a Nestle Toll House in there. There's a Victoria's Secret. There's Pink. There's a Yankee Candle Store. Bath and Body. There's a Pandora in there. There's a Gymboree in there. There's a Things Remembered in there. A couple different hair cutting places. There are, I'm losing that hat again. I'm not going through that again. Down. Let me think. There are a couple jewelry stores, Littman, K Jewelers. There's another one, I can't think of the name of it. No sex shops. I'm telling you, Ray, we got a boring ass mall. The only sexy shop you could possibly count was Victoria's Secret. They got some interesting stuff in there. It's pretty close to making a nest in my hair. Stop that. You keep an eye on it for me, Eric. I think that's why it keeps pulling my hat up. Your Sears closed about a year ago. Now, how long had your Kmart closed before that? Yep. If it wasn't for shoes, jewelry, or more, I would say jewelry and clothes in our area, and food, then our mall would already be gone. Night, Jim. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Halloween. Tell Grace and Jack I said happy Halloween, and do not overdose on that sugar. Gotta limit them, Dad. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Kmart's seem to be the first to go, and then the Sears. Holy shit, you lost your Kmart over 10 years ago? We just lost ours this year. Actually, I think it was like April or May it closed. Night, Brian. Thank you so much for joining me, True Drone Reviews. Really appreciate it, babe. Happy Halloween to you. You know it. Blue light special on aisle 5. Wow, you had a Target for 6 months. We still have ours. I'm not too big on Target. I think they're too high priced. And the quality is the same as other stores on a lot of different things. So, I'm a budget shopper. Budget, bargain, coupon. Yeah, they do. And that kind of sucks. That's like in my line of work. I work in electrical distribution, so we do a lot of electrical supplies, and I'll get calls, and they're like, you do realize that Home Depot has the same eyeline panel box or whatever, like $30 or $40 cheaper. And you know what my response is? You do realize that Lowe's and Home Depot have thousands of stores and we have 6. We can't compete with pricing like that. Dude, we don't get that kind of mass discount that those stores get when we buy it. So how can we pass that on? And that's what a lot of people don't understand, especially when they're dealing with small business. If you're not a mass retailer, you're not getting those discounts. So you can't pass that on. Or if you're dealing with a small business that hand makes something, people look at it and go, "Oh, that's handmade. It shouldn't be that much." Excuse me, our time is valuable. Every single one of us that create anything, and we all create because we all have YouTube channels. Our time's valuable. Some choose to be paid for it, some don't. Some do it as a labor of love. But your time is still valuable. And anybody who doesn't think your time's valuable isn't worth your time. A real Canadian superstore. Never heard of that. Now, is that similar to a Walmart? Or like a Costco or Dot Slippy. We also have a BJ's here, which I'm not sure if BJ's are in Canada, but a BJ's is like a Sam's Club or a Costco. Oh, that's cool. Let me tell you, I like the dollar store. And when I say the dollar store, I'm not talking Dollar General and I'm not talking Family Dollar because the things in there are not $1. I'm talking like Dollar Tree. Shit, they go by a couple different names. I can't think. But you know what I mean. You walk in the store and everything's $1. No matter what it is, it's $1. Now, you're not going to get high-end stuff in there. But you can find things that, dude, you can use them for other things that you just have to think outside the box. Well, I was watching a YouTube video, and they were doing a haul at a Dollar Tree. And she was getting crafting supplies. And she walks in this Dollar Tree, and I'm sitting here going, where the hell is this Dollar Tree? I don't have any of this shit here. Where the hell is she at? So I watched the whole thing, and it wasn't even somebody that I was subscribed to. It was on the recommended. And I clicked on the description, and guess what? She was in Canada. I'm like, that is not fair. I told Chris, I said, I need to go to Canada. He said, what have you figured out now? I said, man, you ought to see their dollar stores. I said, but there's not everything there in her store was $1. Some of it was, I think, $1.10, which was a little odd. And that's what clued me in that this is not close by. $1 that sounds like heaven. Honestly, heaven. I could get in one of them stores and be lost. Because like I said, you just have to think outside the box. Okay, $1.25 at some. I mean, that's like the you go in the dollar store, right? And you see those little I don't even know what the hell they're really called, but you're supposed to put them in your car. It's like a little non-skid pad, but it's a gel pad. You put them in your car to put your cell phone on. Think outside the box. What else can you do with that? Got an idea. And it was given to me, the idea, by another drone person. So think outside the box, guys. What can you do with that? You can use that underneath your battery to help them from going shing when they're not supposed to. And guess what? It cost you $1. And yes, you can cut them. Make it your size. So that's why I said when you go to places, think outside the box. And yeah, it's going to take you a while if you've never really thought of different things like that, but that's just like, we were all talking one night, and we were talking about ways to carry drones. And Bob Biker had some amazing ideas. Fishing box, toolboxes, like the ones you can get at Home Depot come on, think outside the box. And let me tell you, where I work, have, I think it's made by Klein. It's a backpack, but it's like an electrician's backpack. Dude, if you knew how many pockets they had inside them things, you guys would be scooping them up left and right. You can put all kinds of shit in them little pockets. Okay, think propellers, think batteries. When you got a pocket this big, okay, because it's for a tool, think outside the box. Battery compartment, prop compartment, tool compartment. Yeah, outside the box. Don't go out and spend hundreds of dollars on a case when you can think outside the box. Another perfect idea for certain drones, and I say certain drones because it's up to you on how much you spend, and it's up to you on what size you get. Look at your camera bags. Okay, I was in Best Buy one day, and it was on clearance. It was 50% off, and it was like a $15, $20 camera bag. About yay size. Very nice construction though. Brought it home. Chris keeps the breeze in it now. Best Buy. Camera bag. Not drone bag. Camera bag. Think outside the box. Think of something that's still got that sturdiness, but isn't technically stated as a drone, because once they put drone or quadcopter on there, dude, they can jack the price through the roof. And they do that because then it's a specialty bag or a specialty item. Just got to think outside the box. Welcome back, John. Appreciate you hopping in and out. How is school going, my dear? RDFPV, Ryan, happy Halloween, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me. Did you get any trick-or-treaters tonight, Ryan? Yep. We get to see Ryan this Saturday. And you guys know, something will be recorded somewhere. Look out, Ryan. You combine 3 YouTube channels, something is getting recorded. Think outside the box. Eric, seriously, think outside the box. Don't pay. Have you guys seen the prices for DJI cases and backpacks? Insane. Insane. Think outside the box. You're a contractor, honey. Think of some of the tool things that you can use to create your own gunship. Carry case, backpack, whichever. I'm not sure if the gunship will fit, but if you have an electrical supply company near you, check out their Klein electrician's backpack. And I will say, more than likely, retail price, it's depending on their markup. It may be a little costly, but if it is, hit me up and I'll find out how much it is to work with my employee discount. Ooh. Kenny said his wife just shut down for the night. She said 183 kids come by. Wow. That is insane. How many duplicated costumes did you guys get to see? Good idea, John, but Chris last year messed around with if you guys have seen any of these ghost drones for Halloween or the Halloween drone, if you try it, be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Be careful. Because it's not as easy as it looks. Okay, these little ghouls that you can go out and buy at all kinds of stores are heavier than what you think. And not all drones can lift that weight. The gunship, Eric, can lift that weight. Just saying, I know this. You can get the ones that have the light up eyes. You can get the ones with the sound effects. It's totally cool. It's crazy. It will add weight and be a little more difficult to fly. Be prepared for that. But it's doable. Like I said, Chris messed with them last year. Everywhere I saw a ghoul, I picked it up. The best thing to do is make sure that you watch how you attach that ghoul. Make sure that stuff does not get messed up in your props, because then your drone's coming down. And you don't want that for doing a little Halloween prank. Raymond, thank you so much for joining me, babe. Happy Halloween. Axio, you think Pennywise just wants a friend? Is that what you think it is? He's just lonely? Would you be his friend? Nah. Kenny said, I didn't see any. I've been eating candy. Go ahead, Kenny. Throw up that scorecard again. How many boxes of dots? Are you up to 8 yet? 9? Oh, it's still at 7? Okay, how many Twix? Has that moved? How many Snickers? Acro. Mommy, baby boy, what you doing? This bunny has a shoe fetish. I'm not kidding you. When I come home from work, I have to take my tennis shoes off and put them on top of the washing machine. Because if I don't, he is either after the shoelaces or the white rubber on the very front of my shoe. I'm like, what? No. Because after my accident, it took me forever to find a pair of shoes that did not hurt my feet. And I found one certain pair, and of course I wore them and wore them and wore them and wore them and wore them. And once I could actually wear 2 shoes is when I started wearing them. And I wore them through physical therapy and everything else. And man, I wore them out. And I got them at Boscov's, so I ended up going back to Boscov's, and I got another pair. So, of course, by then summer had hit. And in summer season, I'm either barefooted or flip-flops. And once fall hits, thanks to my scars and my arthritis, that's when the fuzzy socks come out in fall and the tennis shoes. So, yes, it is now officially fuzzy sock season. Look, ID socks. Yes, Investigation Discovery Channel socks. If you guys don't know, they are some warm socks. Yes, John Cardoso is an amazing channel. Amazing guy. And John, you know, anybody who's in here is all family, babe. So, but I mean, my injury is still technically healing and still has another. The doctor told me it will probably take 4 to 5 years for it to ever actually be healed completely. So I still have like another 3 years, 2 to 3 years of healing. So, and yeah, the dampness, the cold weather. I hate wintertime. I used to love it. I used to love going out and playing in the snow. I'd be out there for hours. I still like the snow. I still will go out and shovel. Chris and Rusty will get mad at me. And they're like, you need to go back in the house. And I'm like, no, I can be out here helping you guys and doing everything the same way. And they're like, you're going to pay for that. You know you're going to hurt later. So just go back in the house. And I love them for that. But at the same time, that was my exercise in the winter. If it snowed, I was outside shoveling snow. I will in a heartbeat. And it's like now the coldness, the dampness just sets in and I hurt so bad. And I'm like, nope. But if we get a bad snow here, I'm not letting them do all that shit by themselves. I'm not like that. And you get quite a bit of snow, so I can understand hating the snow. My pirate ship, it's at port. Come on now, Eric. I mean, there's no water here. Did you just want me to bring it up to the back door? You cheat, Ray. Snowblower. I guess if I had as much snow as you did, I'd have a snowblower too. Watch it now. No, I'm not out blowing snow. I know it's after 9. It's after 10. Negative 40 degrees Celsius. Now, what is that equaled out to Fahrenheit? Can anybody help me out with that one? Yeah, poor Georgie. Are you sure Pennywise just wants a friend, Axia? Do you still want to be his friend? Like I said, I like Stephen King. The only disappointment is a lot of people cannot. Oh, hell no. Negative 40 Fahrenheit? No, hell no. That's too cold. No. You'd find me like underneath multiple bear rug furs and all kinds of things. Well, that makes sense. When it gets down to that cold, it's the same. It's just freaking cold, as Ray said. No way. No shape, no form, ain't doing it. And yes, I said ain't. That's like the, I don't know if you guys have it or watch it, the shows about the Alaskan wilderness and how they survive. I'm like, hell no, it is too cold up there. When they're having to put that much on. And no. Although I have to say, between that show and different shows, I did discover mucklucks. And yes, Crystal does have mucklucks for my leg warmers to keep my one leg warm. And yes, it works. Eric, my treasure chest in my booty is well hidden, my dear. That way no one can plunder and pillage. This is the captain who guards all the treasure. The sword is very close at hand. Good night, Heath. Love you, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Halloween, baby. Love you, babe. Sweet dreams. Oh, the Goonies are gonna stop Pennywise. Okay. Yeah, now that is cool. I have seen that done. Get out of here, Kenny. I did not know that. Manitoba Mucklucks. They make them locally. Baby, they are warm. I love them. I told Chris right after I had the accident and had healed and started hurting ungodly because I have one rod, 2 plates, and 12 screws. And my screws run like this, so they more or less intercross to keep everything together. And I have what they call set screws. At the top, there is one main screw, and then down at the bottom, there's another. And the set screws hurt. That's more or less where the dampness and achiness goes in. And I told Chris, I said, I can't take this. I have to do something. And I started researching. And then I was like, wait, mucklucks. Shit. It makes sense. It's cold as hell up there. They stay warm. And I ordered them. And I love them. They are amazing. But yeah, when I had my accident, it was ugly. And then it was kind of strange because I know how to read x-rays. So they were putting the x-rays up, waiting for the doctor to come in. And I'm sitting there on the bed because, of course, I can't get up. And I'm like, oh, shit. And Chris is like, what? And I'm like, you'll see when the doctor comes in, and he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, oh, this is going to get interesting. This looks a little worse than what they originally thought. And it was. Because originally they just thought that it was broke one way. No, Crystal broke it. The same bone. I literally snapped off at the kneecap and then shattered part of the way down. So, yeah, it was ugly. It was complicated. And I'm lucky to walk. But I walk. And that's all I asked for. I'll take the aches. I'll take the pains. I already knew they were all coming. Every time I have a knee surgery, I get new aches and pains. So I'll take that. The healing process took me forever, but it's what happens when you get older. Now, Ray, how would I have dressed up as a $6 million woman? Give me some costume ideas on that one.
Josh is stoked they gave him the whoop tonight. Well, he had it with him. He unboxed it finally.
You remember my mucklucks?
Mucklucks.
Yeah, my leg warmers.
Mm-hmm.
They make them where Kenny is. They make them locally.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Isn't that awesome?
That is cool.
I told him they work. They are amazing. They work. What are you making now?
I am making Brett some parts for his TBS social frame. He has already paid me and some makeup.
Okay.
And I got
I was just asking.
paid for a GoPro mount already.
I'm trying
That's already shipped. That's
to
already
find the X-ray picture.
Printing is coming along.
You guys should have seen what he made me. I did not take a picture of it like a dumbass.
I sent you a video.
Me?
I remember to,
But I will have to snap a picture of this. He printed me in this beautiful blue.
I got it. Hang on.
This beautiful blue. the best pen cup. I told you I had this thing at work and I hated it for my desk, and I told him, I said, I want a pen cup. And he's like, what? So I went looking on Thingiverse and came out with a basket weave pen cup. And yes, indeed, it turned out absolutely
That
beautiful.
TPU printing is nice. I love it way better than the PLA.
It's a different world.
Cause it's squishy. I mean, yeah, it's nice. I mean, it holds up. For your quads, it's like impact resistant.
I finally found it. That is my leg. So yeah, when the weather affects, it affects hard.
She jacked up.
And that's the opposite side. So yeah, that kind of sucks on weather and all that, but hey, it's all good. Kenny said, that's cool, Chris. Ray said, hey, Chris.
Ray.
You missed Heath. He left just a little bit ago.
Oh, the half-day fellow?
He is not. Of course I'm a real pirate, my dear. Why would you ask that? I told you. The booty and treasure is put away. That way, no one can plunder and pillage. I have to keep all the treasures. The keeper of the treasures. Come on now. I have to keep this one and Captain Cook safe. So I guess I am the keeper of the treasures. At least the treasures of the drone network. It's like the Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, you have Captain Cook, our main pirates, and now you have a pirate wench on the team. I said no one could plunder or pillage the booty. Yes, I did, Red Dog. You never know. You have to keep the treasure safe. You always have that competition between the pirates. Who's got the best booty? Who's got the most treasure? What are you doing, baby Agro? He is running from one end to the other.
I was eating sour cream and onion chips. He literally came up and took a bite of the chip. Woo!
Oh, you heard it first. He's starting to discover human food.
Then he jumps up. I got my iPad set on my lap. He jumps up to go jump my lap. He literally goes face first into the iPad.
Yeah, he has not figured out that he gets absolutely no traction at all if he steps on the iPads.
No, my laptop. He jumped up, slammed into the back of it. He won't jump on my lap.
Oh, Lord.
It was there. He hit that thing like a brick wall.
He was standing on top of my iPad the other day, and he couldn't go anywhere. He was trying. Little paws were going, but they weren't going anywhere.
He was walking all over my laptop and was typing stuff.
He was trying to send an email.
All right, so I got Kev's all done again.
Cool. That's awesome.
Got one to Captain Cook, one to Lewis, and one to Ken.
Watch out! That spider's gonna attack you.
Yeah, Kevin.
Look, Eric, it's after him now. Eric's keeping an eye on it for me.
The spider?
Yeah, he said it was trying to make a nest in my hair, in my hat. It kept trying to steal my hat.
I take my 3-inch and just tear him out of the sky.
And then Ray warned me about the eyeballs that keep watching me.
I like that blue. That blue TP is pretty.
Yeah, I made a good choice on that one.
Yeah, it is. I love it. Can't wait to get some green.
Right, silly rabbit?
I got some print sold for green also.
That's the Mamba flight controller in your 3-inch, shouldn't it?
Yes, the Diatone Mamba. Very, very nice. For $41, you can't beat that. And I like it because it comes with this card in there, and the card comes all folded up like this. So when you open it all up, it opens up. I mean, if you're just getting into this and you're like a noob, which I always will be a noob, but people that haven't soldered a flight controller before, this literally will teach you. Look how it shows you where everything goes, color coded wires and everything. You cannot go wrong, I don't think.
Kenny's wife just shut off the Halloween trick-or-treaters and came in.
Uh-huh.
She had 183 trick-or-treaters tonight.
Wow, awesome, Kenny. We don't get nothing here. Nothing at all. It would be cool.
Oh, Kenny said he didn't have any. He's been eating candy and watching us. Or watching me. Let's see. Last count, he had 7 boxes of dots.
Dang.
I think 5 Twix.
Killing it.
Oh no, there's more. I'm trying to find the count.
That sound.
Love that sound. Alright, Kenny, you gotta pop up the count again. Oh, yes, Ray, that stuff is extremely squishy. Watch, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a woman, so.
Yeah, it don't take much. Why you got his ESC covers all over the place? And these are ESC covers that go on the ESCs. You can ball it up in a ball. Like you're gonna throw it away, and just.
I'm practicing. Look, I'm eating on live stream.
It's awesome. TPU is the best.
Sort of.
I'm glad I got set up and went in that direction because I've had sold quite a few prints doing that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. These should probably almost be charged now. Russell should be able to test them.
Red Dog said, cool. Makita F4V1 in my new 5-inch HSK RC250.
Nice. Anyone?
No, he said cut. Oh, hell, I can't even say that. Kakuta. Damn spell corrector.
Anybody that flies drones, if you're into the your TPU mounts and stuff, hit me up. I'm way better than
There he goes.
Prices are way better than eBay, and the guys that sell them on eBay, I'm in the FPV noob tube, and they'll all tell you. That's my work rate there on all that.
Here he
I've
goes.
done everything going at the
7
front bumper,
dots,
camera mount.
5 Twix, 5 Mars, 5 Snickers, 4 Tootsie Rolls, and 1 Tootsie Pop.
And my channel's MD95TSI, and I put my email on every one of my videos. So if you want some TPU work, hit me up. I'll be glad to help you out. I can pretty much do anything. If you look on thingiverse.com and pick the prints out, then I can print them exactly what you like.
For those of you who may not have him, there he is. I'll share a little, but that's like part of my treasure, so you can't run off completely with it. You think you're done now, Kenny? Come on now. It's still early, sort of. Yeah, I honestly, watching him build now, you can't put words to it, okay? Because they're custom creations, you know? Each one of them kind of sort of has his own little touch, be it TPU, be it a different stack, be it different motors, be it something. And that's how all builders are. They all have their own little custom touch. So that's how I look at all of them. They're all different. I think Axio got scared by Pennywise because I haven't seen or heard from him lately. Axio, did Pennywise get you? Oh, you're counting the licks? That's not funny. You're going to be counting for a long time. Yeah, that's very true, Cardoso Kenny. He's good at what he does. Some of the guys have picked on him and told him he's like part bird. because he picks up on all this stuff so quickly, and for
I
more or
tried.
less teaching himself, dude, some of the things that he's put out has been like, okay, go ahead.
And just think, I've done nothing that no one cannot do. Is the way I look at it. Because I taught myself everything. Just picked it up, started messing with it, and believe it or not, they say most builders, you have a whole pile of flight controllers.
Ah, there he is. Pennywise didn't get him.
Pennywise didn't get him?
He's watching the new It.
Eating his ice cream?
And he's watching it and keeping us informed.
Uh-oh.
That's what said. I think Pennywise had him. He thought Pennywise was just lonely and needs a friend.
Oh.
I said, oh, yeah, you gonna be his friend?
See, that's the only thing.
Look, he said, yes, ice cream in it.
Like his ice cream. So now I got that 3, and so, see, I robbed parts off one. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to buy a mini camera. I'll just steal it off this one. But I have a full size for it, though, so. Well, actually, no, I don't. I do have one for it, though, because I got a Cadix Turbo, or F1, I think it is.
Ah, awesome. Red Dog Drones builds his own squads, too. He's got 3 so far, and self-taught as well.
Nice, exactly, brother. So you know the feeling. I do,
that satisfaction, dude. You can't put another word to it.
I have 8 under my belt, and I just got my first build that someone's paying me to build, and I'm building this one right here. I just built this. This is the Trans-Tech Frog Light 218. I have a
No, they're at the well house.
Maytech PDB Omnibus F3, the Flip 32 one, which is really good. I got Nuditsi 40 amp ESCs, Hobby Wing 2405, 2850 kV motors on this monster. And I mean there's no weight there at all. So this is my drag racer. Got a tiny LED on the back so you can kind of keep up with it a little bit. Me and my son like to go over and race each other and follow each other, so put LEDs on. I still got an FPV that I've not yet put a VTX in that one.
Yeah, our son has not built a drone yet. I have not built. I'm still the newbie in the family. Our son and Chris fly all the time. This chick has not touched a race drone yet.
We actually were out
I just officially did my first FPV with goggles, about a month ago now?
Yesterday we're out flying, we're racing, coming in the corners. He goes through the woods. I see him, right? I see him like this going through the woods. So I cut the corner on him and didn't go in the woods, right? So I come out. He went in the one corner, got me. I come down in the second corner. I come in below him in the corner, and I came up and hit him, ejected his battery. I hit the bottom part of his motor and dented the bell with my prop. So I had to replace the motor, which I got it over here. I just got to put it back on and solder it in now. But it's fun when you're out there racing around with each other, and the camera, as you can see, is kind of like bent, setting sideways. So we got to go in there, correct something in there. But this is the Furby Dark Max. This thing will run 6S power and it's capable, they say, at least 150 mile an hour. And my Frog Light would smash this thing, so I don't even know what that thing's capable of doing. It's crazy, the speeds of them. But I love building.
Crazy for feeling so lonely. Ooh, Halloween. Well, my dears, it is going on 10:30 on Halloween. And you know I'm going to be catching some of those spooky shows. So I am going to shut down. And I will see you guys, right? Where am I going to see you all? Where? Let me just give the only plug I need to do and turn this one around right here.
Drone Network.
We'll see you guys tomorrow night over there.
Captain
you know
Cook's
that.
channel.
I mean, come on now. He's got it on the shirt. It hangs on the wall. Woo, Eric, there's that spider. You didn't tell me he was still right back there.
And I carried on my name every day. My name is on YouTube, MD95TSI, and the Drone Network. Love it. Very proud of it. So now I got a camera for the 3-inch. Woo woo.
Red Dog said his racer is a Torque 5 with little B20A ESC XJB 438 stack on a 4S with an X Nova 2206 22 or
Nice.
2000 kV beast. You know what's amazing? I remember the days that I didn't know what any of that stood for.
You know what's awesome is you got the good stack. You got the 438 because if you'd have got the 428 as I did, that I had in another 3-inch, which I was going to put in here, the 428 has a bad ESC. It drops in and out on you. So you got the 38. You got the bulletproof one. So.
Yep. Good job on that one.
Indeed.
Have a great
nice
night, Axio. If you're not there,
and if you would
I'm coming to find you because you're not that
subscribe
far away,
to my channel
dear.
if you want Red Dog, and I will check your channel out and check out your videos as well, brother.
Yeah, because normally he is sitting here and I'm sitting back there.
Yeah.
Especially on the Drone Network. So he's normally right here with everything. And I actually have to log him out and log myself in to do my stream every Wednesday.
And I just built this today. 3-inch. So getting it set up now with some eyeball.
Good night, Ray.
Night, Ray.
Love you, baby. Good night, Kenny. Good night, Red Dog. Good night, Axio.
Night, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Really appreciate your time.
I'm not sure who else is hiding in those bushes because there's 8 watching. But I can tell you all this much. The link to his channel is right here, my dear. I just posted it for you. And for my bushwhackers who are still hiding out there, good night, guys. I love you all. Happy Halloween. Arr. Thanks for hanging out with the pirate tonight. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Good night, Bob.
Bob,
love
brother.
You, baby.
Night, brother.
Ray wants a hug.
Ray.
It's Halloween. He can hug the pirate witch. Ooh, don't let anything get you guys tonight. You know, you might hear somebody creeping along your hallways.
I'm gonna pop his ass with a shotty.
Knocking at your windows. Running their nails down your walls.
I'll definitely check you out, Red Dog.
Good night, Night Train. Love you guys.
Night Train. Woo woo. Noob. Night.
Love you all. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll catch you guys later.